Yay! My phone is going that way instead of that way. I've got a tripod and a plant and a bookcase. Moving on up. I'm reading my Quick Facts Remar book about osteoarthritis in front of this fabulous bookcase full of books that I've collected over the years from the daughter and I. Most 90% of them read. Half the bookcase of my nursing books. Oh boy. Osteoarthritis. What is osteoarthritis? It's a degenerative disease of the joints. Osteoarthritis is the #1 form of arthritis seen in the elderly. And there's over 100 types of arthritis, right? Which joints in the body are most affected? The weight-bearing joints. Knees, hips, fingers, and the back. What are the clinical signs of osteoarthritis? Limited joint mobility, joint pain, and joint stiffness. Is the pain from osteoarthritis relieved by activity or rest? Rest. Hard nodes, NODES, will develop on the joints of the fingers, creating deformities. What is this called? Herodin's nodes. That's HEBERDEN''S, nodes. What is the primary medication given for pain? NSAIDs. That's an OTC, over-the-counter drug. Corticosteroids may be injected into the joints to treat osteoarthritis. What should the nurse teach the client concerning activity? Stop exercise if pain occurs. Try to lose weight to help take stress off the joints. Use hot or cold therapy to help with pain. Assistive devices, canes, braces, etc., will help with mobility. What surgery may be required? Hip and knee replacement. Ooh-wee. Y'all know at one of my hospitals, I'm on the orthopedic unit. Dealing with skeletal, the musculoskeletal system, one of the 10 or 11 body systems. Musculoskeleton is the bones, the tendons, the ligaments. The muscular system is the muscles. Orthopedic is also part med-surg. So med-surg is everything under the sun. And orthopedic is the muscles and the skeletal. I was just diagnosed with osteoarthritis. I'm not elderly. And quite frankly, it kind of sucks. But I've learned how to keep it at bay and manage it. And before I even knew that I had it, I'd been taking NSAIDs to keep it at bay and manage it. Then I found out, I think there's a video of my diagnosis a few months ago by way of the chiropractor. So just learning to live with it. And what's tough is when you hit middle age, sometime between 0 and 100, or is it 0 and 100? I don't know. That's when things start coming about. Osteoarthritis is AKA, it's commonly known as the wear and tear disease. Just your body going through stuff. Maybe a hard worker. I was also a dancer for years. 5-inch heels, 6-inch heels, 7-inch heel platforms, and then dance goes. So I'm not in heels for 5 hours. I'm in shoes for 12 hours straight. This is what I've learned from good-looking older people working in these hospitals, assisted living facilities, skilled nursing facilities, how to preserve what you got into older age and look the best we can. And it's a lot of them were simple. I happen to live in a place in the Pacific Northwest where we have a lot of Asians here, lots of Japanese, and they age, I believe, the best, even better than my fellow counterparts. Okinawa, Japan? They have the biggest amount of people living the longest. In the hospitals here, quite often, very often, I routinely take care of beautiful people that are centenarians or damn near close to it. And it absolutely, I'm just in awe. It's honoring. It's beautiful. It's becoming less and less of a thing. But our climate, Asians, our prosperous, Washington is kind of wealthier than other states. So here are a few things that I've learned to look good into our old age. And one of them is directly from the Asian community. No shade, this is given kudos. Directly. CNAs, we go around the hospital or the assisted living facility or wherever you may work, and if you're in charge of filling up water's not really a task, it's a duty, it's a human right, but for some reason, aides, they need to be filling up that water. If you work at night, you fill it up for first thing in the morning so people can have it to drink. Even if you got to get up and take them to the restroom, people need water to drink, right? And we get it so they don't have to get up and fall, and then that causes a whole bunch of other things. More than half of our patient clientele want water. They don't want ice cold water. Room temperature, mainly. There's always a large percent that want it heated, period. First thing in the morning, the day shift job, filling up the ice containers, what they ask before that tray of breakfast, darling, can you please get me some hot water? No slice of lemon, no honey, no green tea, just warm water. But it's okay to put that honey and lemon, green tea in it too, lemon water. So that's number one tip. Water, not ice cold water, okay? Number two, believe it or not, no need to eat to our full 3 times a day. 3 squared meals a day. Unless you're working out and you're a bodybuilder and trying to build muscle where you graze all day. The good-looking older people say, skip a meal. It's healthier. Eat just enough till you're not starving. Go a little hungry. I think the world's oldest supermodel, what is her name? D'Onofrio, I'm mangling it. I don't feel like Googling it. 92-year-old. Somewhere in her bio, she goes hungry every single day. That's what they say. I have a 101-year-old patient right now in one hospital, and in the other hospital, 4 patients from 90-something to 103. Believe it, I am telling you, believe it. None of them eat 3 square meals a day. They won't do it. One woman, I just need a banana. Every morning, banana. Or blueberries. Blueberries keep the mind right. The other ones don't even eat breakfast, so I don't know about that myth. Start your day with breakfast. They skip breakfast and they sit down to a meal mid-lunchtime dinner. So the second tip is don't gorge yourself. Eat just enough. Go a little bit hungry. It's okay. Seems like most of these are for women. They're from women. I get the most tips from women. They're all from women. I don't think there's been one man tip, but they apply to men too. A product that has been around for a long time, it's hypoallergenic and it's good for our face, our body, and is Dove soap. The plain Dove soap. Learned it from a nurse practitioner 23 years ago. Learned it from my daughter's grandmother. And it's still on the shelves and there's commercials on it now. Dove soap, the bar soap, the hyperallergenic. It's the one that floats. You can use it from the rooter to the tuta and it keeps your skin tight, taut, and clean and beautiful. Non-drying out. Okay? Lotion. My brown friends know about lotion. We know lotion. What was great for me is when medication aid in an assisted living facility, and my job was just to bounce around to their rooms and give out their medication. That was great. Love that job. People lived there. I had the key to go into their apartment, give them their medicine. I'm out. Nothing else. They take care of themselves. So I got to see what was on the night tables next to these people, on the dressers next to these people, in their bathrooms. You can see how someone lives when it's right next to them. A very old couple, man and woman, with gorgeous skin, and they were Caucasian, had a big bottle of amlactin lotion on their dresser and their night table beside each of them. You know, when I went to Costco that following weekend, and this was years ago, and I saw amlactin up there, never thought two things about it. I grabbed that bottle of lotion and have not stopped using it since. They sell it on Amazon too. Amazon is not giving me anything for this. It's smaller. It's not the big Costco brand. I get it from them. Amlactin. That's a good lotion. It's not all fancy with all the stuff, but that's a good one to have to keep your skin nice. I worked at a memory care facility, and everybody there was just gone, dementia. And unfortunately, I did have a Japanese mother and daughter there. The daughter was she was gone. The mother absolutely was 102, and she could still take care of herself and do things for herself. On her dresser, in her bathroom, we've all seen it, ladies, was the container jar of Olay, the red one. This woman was beautiful. Her skin was great. I've been using that since I saw it on her, and that was, I don't know, a decade ago. Everybody knows about that. And now Olay comes out with a whole bunch of, you don't even know which one to get, which color. Oh, orange or the pink or the yellow of this one, but the red is the staple. So the lotion, the moisturizer, the Dove soap, the water, how much we eat, and stretching. The older ones in the community that had their limbs and they could stretch and they walked okay and they didn't look sort of funky like many do. They had some sort of routine. And the last tip, talk to your friends. They all talked to their friends. They kept a hold of their minds longer. those are some of the things I've learned to stay youthfuler longer and preserve my looks. I guess that's all I have to say about that.